Alright, time for the 4th mission of the Decepticon campaign, Death of Hope. So it would appear that the Omega Key that Megatron requires to access the core of Cybertron is none other than Omega Supreme himself, the Autobot Guardian. Nice of them to incorporate him into the game somehow. So there's same 3 characters as the last mission. We got Megatron, Soundwave, and Breakdown. And I really don't know what Breakdown has to do with anything. Like, I don't know which series he's from or whatever, but I chose Soundwave for this mission because I played as Megatron in the last one, and I'm going to play as Breakdown in the next one, so we'll get to use all 3 of these characters. But Soundwave, I think, is the best for this mission, although he's pretty good in all 3 of the missions. He's the only leader class character for the as far as like the multiplayer leader class character for the Decepticons. I'll explain what I mean here in a minute. Right now we got Omega Supreme on our tail, and the only way we're going to stop him on this bridge is if we break the support. So let's transform into our vehicle mode, and much like he's the only Decepticon that has these rockets in his vehicle mode, because like I said, he's the leader class. Transforms into a truck or a large SUV vehicle like that with rockets as the weapon. Well, that wasn't very hard at all.
But there goes your Omega Key.
We can salvage the wreckage for what we need. Done. Acquired. Mission destroyed. Fall back.
I didn't think he'd go down that easy. Anyway, so we have to fall back here. There's going to be several other Decepticon drones with us in this area. But Soundwave has some really nice abilities. But he also has the Energon Repair Ray because he's the medic character, and I usually don't play as the medic character because I like the idea that the AI can heal me when I can't really heal myself, and there's no real sense in you being able to heal your allies because it's not like they're going to get killed. Even if their character does get killed, they just respawn immediately. So I'm just going to drop the Energon Repair Ray for this Magma Frag Launcher up here because that's going to be much more useful. Yeah, if you're playing on single player, there's really not a whole lot you can do as the medic type character. So basically, I'm going to wait for this dialogue to go through, and I'm going to just kind of stay over here in front of this door and prepare to attack the enemies that are going to come out of it. And the nice thing about the Magma Frag Launcher is since you can detonate these mines or these grenades manually, you can kind of set them up as a remote mine and wait for enemies to walk over them and blow them up manually, like so. There'll be a couple soldiers and a brute that will come out of here. Detonating it over the brute will not really do that much damage because he's a brute. He can only take damage from the back. But I can jump around this upper level here on behind this pillar and hit him in the back a couple times, and I had pretty good luck there. I made that part look a lot easier than it really is because you really don't have a lot of room to maneuver to fight that guy. And over on the other door, we'll get another brute carrying a turret that'll come out, and we're just going to use the Magma Frag Launcher against him, because it's the most powerful thing we have, and we can just sort of lob a grenade on him and then retreat to cover and blow it up. We don't have to stay in his line of fire for too long. But on hard, he'll deplete our health really quickly at this range, so we don't really want to stay in his line of fire for too long. I'm going to wait for my health to fully recharge before firing another grenade on him, so that's why it's kind of taking me a long time to finish this guy. My guys got in my way there, and I took a little bit too much damage and I lost one of my health segments. But no big deal. Anyway, yes, the leader class character in multiplayer is this character model for Soundwave, and it's also for characters on the Autobots like Optimus and Ironhide and Ratchet, and I'll probably mention that again when we actually get to the Autobot campaign, because it's not really as relevant now. I mean, Megatron is the leader of the Decepticons, always has been and always will be, but as far as like what character class his character is, he's technically a soldier class character, if that makes any sense. I'm going by the multiplayer character models for this. But yeah, Soundwave is pretty good. He has his traditional Generation 1 voice. I don't know if it's the same voice actor, but it's the same voice effect they use for him. sure are giving us a lot of stuff we don't need over here. But I mainly chose Soundwave because of his abilities. Like if I were to be playing this mission on co-op, I would want to choose Soundwave anyway because he has good abilities. He has the barrier ability and the sentry turret that will deploy and float in the air. Those are typically the abilities you get with a medic. So we need to start this elevator. In order to do so, we need to break the locks on the that keep it held in place, which is probably not a good idea, but you know, orders are orders.
It appears we've lost that dull-witted brute Omega Supreme. Not that he stood a chance against my intellect.
Oh boy. Yeah, we're sitting ducks here in this elevator.
Weapons engaging.
Looks really angry.
Crap. Well, that stopped us.
Target identification. Megatron, Decepticon leader. Recommendation, complete termination. You think you can destroy me, Omega Supreme? You think you can destroy me?
I wouldn't tempt him, he might as well just do it. Top floor, going down. Okay, so now we are descending again. That was a short trip. Now we have to blow the locks, the other secondary emergency locks off so we can continue to fall without being blown away by Omega Supreme. For whatever reason, the locks just seem to regenerate there.
All due respect, but are you crazy? If we go out there, he'll melt us into scrap.
Now we gotta walk outside on this scaffolding over here. Just keep going, just pretend like he's not even there, even though he could blow you away at any moment. The other nice thing about the leader class character is with Soundwave, he has a his vehicle mode has a ram ability, which unlike like the barrel roll maneuver with the scout or the scientist, you can get a speed boost and ram into an enemy and kill it by bashing it with your vehicle mode. It's kind of nice, but it's not exactly practical, so I'll only be using it a handful of times. But right here, Omega Supreme is going to try to draw us in with his magnetic claw of doom, and he will. We have to shoot the center of it, and that can be kind of tricky. I actually have died a couple times. First time I played the mission, because I didn't exactly know what to do there. But as you saw there, he briefly jammed our abilities as well and lowered our health. So I'm not really sure how he was able to do that, but no big deal. I'm gonna hold on to the current weapons I have right now because it's a pretty good setup. Until over here we find the X-12 Scrapmaker finally, and this is the chain gun type weapon of the game, the heavy machine gun that the aerial bots have been using this whole time, and it's pretty powerful. It's slow to warm up, and it's very inaccurate, so it's not exactly the most practical weapon. But I'm gonna pick it up and show it off here just so you can see what it's like, and I may continue to have it throughout the rest of the mission after I've used up the rest of my frags. But yeah, this is it's a pretty nice weapon. It's a shame we only got it this late in the game, in the Decepticon campaign. But it's pretty nice for taking out a single large enemy with a lot of health, like that brute up there. And there's going to be quite a few enemies in this room. Most of them are going to be scouts, and there's going to be a few aerial bots and that one brute up there. But really the only main issue is with that brute, and if the aerial bots decide to fly out of the room. Right here I was deciding that the magma frag launcher has lost its practicality, so I'm going to go drop it, pick up my much more reliable neutron assault rifle again. Probably would have been better just to continue with the assault rifle and the frag launcher, and just leave the X12 scrap maker, but I wanted to show it off a little bit more, so. It is fairly decent against these aerial bots, but the assault rifle has a better chance of hitting its mark because it has a faster rate of fire. So you'll probably have an easier time hitting the aerial bots with that. Over here, some thermo mines. I am never really going to use those healing grenades, am I? I just love the thermo mines way too much. So we're going to come over here and open the door, and there's going to be some enemies that are going to come in from it. But conveniently, we have this turret over here that was dropped from the brute earlier. But we're going to have 2 more brutes come in from the door, and if you can get, like, I got a couple good shots on his back with the turret here, and had the soldiers that were on either side of them not hit me, I would have been able to probably taken him out right then and there. And there's also an opportunity when I was test playing this where as they're walking up the ramp there, you can hit them in the back and take out at least one of them with just in that short amount of time. It's really easy. But if you get them getting over too close to you like this, then you may want to get out of there. But if you have even the slightest opportunity to hit them in the back, this turret will do an outrageous amount of damage to them. It'll probably kill one of them. Yeah, these brutes are getting easier and easier as the game goes on. There we go. Almost. But yeah, the X12 scrap maker is also very good against them if you can get a good opportunity to hit them, but because it's slow to warm up, you may miss your chance if you're trying to hit them in the back. Right here we're going to try to open this door with the Dark Energon, but it will reject it, I guess. There's going to be some healing sentries that will appear up here, and they will try to destroy the Dark Energon and regenerate the door. So we're going to have to destroy them, unfortunately. They seem so harmless. Alright, so this section we're going to have to transform into our alt mode and pour on the speed and get through here as quickly as possible, because there's going to be a bunch of things exploding around us and these random rolling mines from the previous mission that we saw. They're going to be impeding our path, so we got to move quickly but efficiently at the same time. So Soundwave and Breakdown are really good for this because they're actually decently fast and maneuverable. But Megatron is a little bit too slow. Not that you couldn't do this part as Megatron, you very well could if you wanted to. I was going to take out those guys with my rockets on my vehicle mode, but I ended up losing a lot more health than I would have liked. More thermo mines. I guess I should have used them back there when I had the chance. Then I could have picked up more, but whatever. This is the kind of stuff I think about.
My patience is at a critical low.
Over here is a photon burst rifle. As I demonstrated in the last mission, you definitely want to pick up one of those. We're going to use it in this next section here.